అందరికీ నమస్కారములు. Today is another good day that we are going to have another webinar from Shri P.S. Murthy garu. He is well known to us. He has been taking seminars very frequently. We will start the session with Vande Mataram and then Prarthana. So I'll start the session with Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Sujalam Sufalam Malayaj Sitalam Sasyamalam Mataram. Vande Mataram. Subrajosna Pulakitayamini Pulakusumita Lumadala Sobhini Suhasini Sumadhura Bhashini Sukhadam Varadam Mataram. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Vande Mataram. Sarvebhyo Namaskaraha. I request P.S. Murthy garu to start the webinar with his prarthana, please.
दंत भक्तानां एकदन्तमुपास्महे सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणी विद्यारंभं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा ज्ञानानन्दमयं देवं निर्मलस्फटिकाकृतिम् आधारं सर्वविद्यानां हयग्रीवमुपास्महे सदाशिवसमारम्भं शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तं वन्दे गुरुपरम्परम् ओम श्री गुरुभ्यो नमः सभायै नमः हरि ओम సభకు నమస్కారం కల్లల్ గారికి వేద సంస్కృతి సమితికి నాకు ఈ అవకాశం ఇచ్చినందుకు నేను ఎంతో కృతజ్ఞుడిని ఈ రోజు నేను షేర్ చేసుకుందాం అనుకున్న సబ్జెక్ట్ ధర్మశాస్త్ర స్మృతిస్ మనకి చాలా స్మృతులు ఉన్నాయి I will go into subject. I will first share the screen. So I think my screen is visible, sir.
Visible andi.
So this is a seminar on the Dharma Shastra and Smriti. What is Dharma Shastra? What is Shruti? I just wanted to understand. And under this, how many Dharma Shastras are there? And who have tried to compose or written them? And what were the various differences in these separate Dharma Shastras? So this is my topic today. Before starting the subject, I have taken this because we are dealing with Vedas, Vedangas, and the Vedic subject. I thought, let me pray a sloka from Atharvana Veda. Om Badram Karnebhi Srunuyama Deva Badram Pasyemakshariya Virajyatraha Stirairangaihi Sushtuvagam Sasthanubhihi Vyasema Devahitam Yadayuhu Swastina Indro Vruddhasrava Swastina Pushaha Visvavedaha swasti nattaraksho arishtanemi swastirno bruhaspatir dadhatu. It is our customary that whenever we take up or deal with a Vedic subject, which is Apaurishayam, we will do the prarthana of basically the Brahaspati, and this is taken from Atharveda, and this the meaning of this is, O all gods, almighties, may we hear the auspicious things with our ears. Bhadrang karnebi sruniyama devaha. Karne. So from ears, let us listen the auspicious, good things, pious things, positive things. And then let us see auspicious things with our eyes. So as Mahatma Gandhi was telling that, don't listen to bad, don't hear bad, don't see bad. This sloka, maybe he would have taken from this sloka only. Okay. And with our limbs, let us glorify you. Oh God, let us glorify you that bestow us with full life for our enjoyment. So this is the first sloka says. Second sloka is about that Swastina Indro Vrdhasrava Swastina Pusha Vishwadeha. So this sloka, what does it say? May Indra, Swastina Indro Indraha. So Indra, we are asking him for auspiciousness, because Indra is Adhisthana Devata for all pleasures, comforts, and all those things. And Garuda, see, wherever obstacle comes, Garuda clears. He takes us bad things from us, and he clears the path, way of our movement. So, O Garuda, please clear the path. While taking Mahavishnu, he go with Vayuvega, clearing all the path and without any bad things or unauspicious events that occur. And then we pray Brahaspati for giving us Bruddhi, intelligence, because 84 lakh Jivarasis, only human beings have the Buddhi, walk to speak, and brain to think. So, O Lord, give me great intelligence. That will give me long life, intelligence without any obstacles. So, with this sloka, I will enter into the subject. So, actually, we have the what for we are doing, we are living basically for achieving the four purusharthas. What are those purusharthas? Dharma, Artha, Kamya, Moksha. While moksha should be our ultimate goal as a human being, so that we have no this rebirth and death, birth, punarapi jananam, punarapi maranam. So like that. So without having that, first we have to have liberation. Before reaching that stage of liberation, we need to have the secondary goals. What are those secondary goals? To live happily, comfortably, we need Ardha, wealth for material well-being, and pursuit of our success, our endeavors, and including our career, maybe financial security. Then, with the material well-being we will enter into the Kama, that is pleasures. Kamya means it is not only the sensational or sensual pleasures, but it is the enjoyment of life, love, pursuit, happiness, and ultimately fulfillment of life. Even the Maslow's theory of hierarchy says there are 5 stages of fulfillment of needs, and finally we reach the stage of self-actualization. So same self-actualization is nothing but liberation or self-realization here. Then comes to the Dharma, Artha. So how do you do this Artha? Material well-being, how do you do? And how do you do Kama? Purushartha, how do you achieve Kamya Purushartha? And how do you achieve Moksha? By following Dharma. So then what is Dharma? So, but even to follow Dharma or perform your karma, you have to, karma is nothing but doing all these things, achieving the Artha, doing the or attaining the pleasures, kamya. So for these things, you need to do karma. Karma phala pradata is Saturn again. That's a different issue. I am not going into there. But for doing karma, you have to dissolve your karmas. For doing your duty, you have to dissolve your karmas. What karmas you have? Sanchita karma, prarabdha karma, agami karma. So sanchita karma are those karmas which comes to our kitty from our previous birth as accumulated good deeds or bad deeds. Good things or bad things, good doings or wrongdoings. So that is from previous lifetime, it has come to us during this time, and out of it, again, you do some action, reaction, Newton's third law of motion. For every action, there is equal and opposite reaction. For every good karma, there is good phala. For every bad karma, there is bad phala. So you earn certain agami karma while liquidating your sanchita karma in the form of prarabdha karma. So almost all portion of the prarabdha karma you try to dissolve if you do the good things and follow certain dharma. So while doing your action as per your karma, as per this karma theory, you have to perform your duties according to the dharma. Here, but while doing karma, your fate and free will also plays a lot. Fate or destiny is that which is predetermined, which is uh, getting into the future things, or doing the or try to face the future events in an organized way. So fate and destiny are beyond our control. Maybe we will call it, it was meant to be, or it is the divine thought, or it was the God plan, or we propose, but God disposed. So all these things will come. So, but free will is that will with your good deeds, with making good choice, out of the available alternatives, making good choice, controlling our own actions, choices, we will shape our future and destiny to certain extent. Not totally, you cannot mitigate your destiny. Whatever happened to happen as per your prarabdha karma, that will happen. But by your virtuous living, by doing the karma as per dharma, you with your free will, you can try to reduce the bad karmas or bad events to happen. Even if bad events are happened, they are minimized, or their result to that extent is reduced, bad results. So this is where fate and free will, this is a known that one horse is pegged to an open area with a rope, and area of circle is called the destiny, where horse can avoid misfortunes and get maximum benefit. Peg is the fate, which horse cannot change, and rope is the free will, which enables the horse to graze to the maximum extent by avoiding pits, which are good fortunes or misfortunes. Okay, so then this is I've just give an idea for those who are not aware and who are new to our Veda Samskruti Samiti, so that we will have an idea about what is Purushartha, what is duty, what is karma, and how it is related to our dharma. So then how this dharma has come? What is dharma we follow? How we are following? Where from we are following? Basically, the dharma has come in the form of a knowledge or gnanam, which is transmitted by our ancient sages to the generations by two modes. What are they? Shruti and Smriti. So Shruti is Aporishayam. It has come from, first of all, it has come from the Dhamratanada of Maheshwara in the form of Omkara Sabda, and then from that Vedas, all these things have emanated. Vedas, Vedangas, Vedantas, Upanishads, all these have been emanated. So Shruti is what we heard. And the second portion is Smriti, what we remembered, either way of meditating or by way of meditation or by way of practicing sadhana, these Smritis have come into force. So just to give an idea, the Shruti comprises of four Vedas, Rigveda, Samaveda, Yajurveda, and the other Veda, and it comprises the Karma Kandas, various Karma Kandas through Samhita and Brahmana, and Jnana Kanda through Aranyas and Upanishads. There are 108 Upanishads. Out of it, 12 Upanishads are well known, like Aitreya, Chaindrogya, Kesa, Kada, Taitreya, Isha, Bradaranya, Prashna, Munduka, Mandukya. So these are the available where bhashyams or commentaries were written by the great Adi Shankaracharya, our Paramaguru Paramacharya. Okay, and coming to Smriti, so Shruti, Smriti. So is Smriti, what has been meditated, what has been heard, what has been remembered, what has been recorded. So that is also divided into certain branches. First branch is Smriti, first branch is Dharma Shastra. That is where we have come, Dharma to Dharma Shastra. So in Dharma Shastra, we have all these Smriti. So this is the Hindu scriptures where I have dealt with, and a small snapshot diagram, tabular form, where I'm talking about Smriti. In Smriti, you have Dharma Shastra, first branch. In Dharma Shastra, you have all these Smritis, Manu, Yajnavalka, etc., etc. And then Purana is next. Purana, you have Shiva Purana, Vishnu Purana, Brahma Purana, Garuda Purana, Matsya Purana, Bhagavatam. This comes under Purana category. And Itihasa, we have Ramayana and Mahabharata. And we have Darshanas, Mimamsa, Sankhya, Nyaya, Vedanta, Yoga, Vaisheshika. So these are the Darshanas. And then we have Upavedas. What are the Upavedas? Ayurveda, Ardhashastra, Gandharva Veda, Dhanurveda, Stapatya Veha, or architecture, or the Vastu, what we call. And then another branch is Vedanga, where we have 6 branches called Siksha, Kalpa, Vyakana, Nirukta, Chanda, Jyotisha, and Agama is also one of the Smritis, that is Vaishnava Agamam, Saiva Agamam, Sekta Agamam, where the rituals for the Lord Vishnu, Shakti, and Saiva are dealt with elaborately. So this being the case, then the Smriti means that which is remembered, that I have already told. The Smriti are written by Maharshis. So we are talking of Smriti because Dharma Shastra, or we are Dharma Shastras are related to Smriti, and that is why let us understand Smriti little more. Smriti is which is remembered, and the Smritis are written by great Maharshis. They are considered as the Sastras of our Sanatana Dharma. Dharma Shastras from the rituals and traditions as prescribed in Vedas, because Veda is originator. From there, the Dharma Shastras are deduced form, simplified form, which are required for our practical usage, day-to-day life, Dainandinika Jivana. So, and also they are required for, Dharma Shastras are required for well-being of the society, and are great sutras containing the 4 Purusharthas which I have highlighted earlier, Dharma, Artha, Kamya, and Moksha. So this I have already told. Smriti contains 6 Vedangas, Upavedas, Dharma Sutras, and Dharma Shastras, and are Smriti Shastras, Kavyas are political literature, and Bhashyas are there on reviews, commentaries on Smriti and non-Smriti texts, and various Nibandhanas related thereon, covering politics, Rajaniti, Shastras, ethics, culture, arts, and society. So this is what the Smriti comprises of. So when we talk of Dharma Shastra, which is done, which is came out of the Smriti, what is Dharma? Dharma Shastra. So let us understand Dharma and Shastra. Prithvim Dharmana Dharitam. Prithvim Dharmana Dharitam. This is from Atharvaveda Veda. That means this world is upheld by Dharma. This world is upheld by Dharma. That is what we call Dharmo Rakshati Rakshitaha. If you protect Dharma, Dharma will protect you. So that is wherever we go to TTD Devasthanam, it is written when we go up to 7 hills, Dharmo Rakshita Rakshati Rakshitaha. Okay. Then in Mahabharata, in Karna Parva, 49 chapter and 50 sloka, it was mentioned that Dharanadh Dharma Mityahu Dharmo Dharayati Prajaha. That means by holding righteousness, that Dharma holds the people. So, when coming to Srimad Bhagavatam, this Dharma is described as a bull which stands on four legs. What are those four legs? Austerity, cleanliness, truthfulness, and kindness. Okay. The word Dharma has been derived from the root of dhru, means to bear, to support. So, that is what upholds us human beings, society, called Dharma. So Dharma uphold all beings, whether living, non-living. Okay. Dharma in general upholds, sustains, nurtures, stabilizes. That is the meaning in general terms. That is ethics, morality, law, justice, and duty. That is in general what is Dharma. For individual, what is Dharma? Performing one's duties and ethical actions. Performing one's duties. Dharma is nothing but doing your karma. That's all. And for society and group, Dharma refers to social harmony and morality, group social harmony, living together, a societal structure, a family structure, a village structure. So, like that. So, living in harmony and morality of all the living human beings. For governance, Dharma refers to law and justice. Law and justice. Dharma refers to law and justice. Punish or award. Dandaniti. Rajaniti. So for governance purpose. For universe, it is cosmic order and balance. For unis, it is cosmic order and balance. So what dharmas we have? Basically, Samanya Dharma, Vishesha Dharma, Nishiddha Dharma. So Samanya Dharma is that Dharma which all have to follow. It's a universal ethical duties applicable to all. Fundamental duties, examples being truth, non-violence, compassion, and self-control. This is Samanya Dharma. One need to follow entire. Whichever religion is that we follow this. When Christians they are love and truth. So, and non-violence, everybody will follow. Buddhists follow non-violence. So, every religion follows the Samanya Dharma. Vishesha Dharma is Swadharma, are also called as Swadharma. So, these are the specific duties based on individual circumstances and roles and stages of life. So, we have four Varnas. What is that Varna? Brahmana, Vaishya, Sudra, Kshatriya. So, what is Brahmana Dharma? You propagate Sanatana Dharma. You do rituals. You do puja. You advise the society. You advise the society good things. Put them in right path. So that is in Vishesha Dharma. Swadharma. Swadharma is nothing but Vishesha Dharma in addition to what Samanya Dharma he follows. Examples, duties of a student, a parent, a teacher, a king. These are all Vishesha Dharma. Then Nishiddha Dharmas are what? Ahankara, Amanavata, Kamya Vasana, Krodha, Lobha, Madha, Matsarya, Moha, Swardha. So these are the Nishedha dharmas. Nishidha or Nishedha dharmas. So coming to individuals and society and country, those are the things. But what is Yuga Dharma? Yuga Dharma is what we thought was that Dharma runs on four legs of a bull. But when it ran in Satya Yuga. And there the avatars are fish, tortoise, boar, and Narsimha Avatara. Then Treta Yuga, it runs on three only. In Dwapara Yuga, it runs on two. Kali Yuga, it runs on one pada. So, what are these things when we thought that truthfulness, non-violence, compassion, and self-control? So, these were the four legs. Sorry, austerity, cleanliness, truthfulness, and kindness. These are the four virtues. So austerity has gone, cleanliness has gone, truthfulness has gone, and we only have kindness now somewhat to certain extent. So this is the Yuga Dharmas, and these are yugas are written in time that everybody knows. I am not going into detail about yugas. And then what is the padas of Dharma? Again, I am coming here. So sorry, Kali Yuga is truthfulness. Satya Yuga, austerity, cleanliness, kindness, and truthness. So 100%. It is Sattva Guna based. Treta Yuga, 3. It came to 3. What are they? Austerity we forgotten. Cleanliness, kindness, and truthfulness. Being compassionate, being Suchi, Subhram, and being truthful, Satyam, talking Satyam. So it came to Treta Yuga. Why it is in Treta Yuga? That Treta Yuga, in Treta Yuga, the people have 80% Sattva Guna, 20% Raja and Tamo Guna. Satya Raja Tamo iti gunaha prakriti nibaddhataha. And Krishna Bhagavan, he told in Bhagavad Gita. So, if we prakriti nibaddhata, so because of the changes of prakriti, because of the changes of context, because of the Yuga Dharma, so 80% Sattva Guna the person at that time was having, and 20% Raja and Tamo Guna. So Raja is see, Sattva Guna being very purity, compassionate, all those things, knowledgeable, all those things comes under Sattva Guna. And Rajo Guna is passion, aggressiveness, lust, greed, all those things under Rajo Guna. Tamo Guna is what? Tamo Guna is soberness, or the say all qualities of the deluded life. So that is Tamo Guna. So, and that is why Treta Yuga run on 3 padas. Dwapar Yuga came to 2 padas, where Sattva was only 30%, 40% was Rajoguna, 30% was Tamoguna. So Rajoguna started rising slowly. In Dwapar Yuga, it started rising. That is why there is a fight between Kauravas and Pandavas. Then Kali Yuga, finally, it's only truth, Satyam that is there. Sattvaguna has gone 10%, 30% Rajoguna, 60% Tamoguna. Everybody is in delusion and illusion. Okay. So that is now, so far we know what is Dharma Shastra. Shastra means rules, command, law, or science, and focus on many different subjects. It may be physical sciences, it may be chemical sciences, it may be biological sciences. So whatever is the science, Vedic sciences for that matter, and Dharma Shastras are Puranic Smriti texts that we have already understood. And there is a difference, subtle difference between Dharma Shastra and Dharma Sutra. What is that subtle difference? I will just take up. Dharma Shastras are based on Dharma Sutra from Vedas, that is Rig Veda, Yajurveda, Samaveda, Atharvaveda. So Vedas are comprises of Dharma Sutras. And what is Dharma Sutra? Dharma Sutra, there are numerous Dharma Sutras. They are called such as Apastamba, Gautama, Budhayana, Vasishta. They are kartas or sutra dharas for Dharma Sutras. The Dharma Sutras are written in a prose form. Sutra means prose format, with incomplete structure, sentence structure. Very difficult to understand for a common man. Very difficult to understand for a common man. So Dharma Sutras again converted into the text fashion, or in the form of shlokas with chandas and all, and so that they become easy to read, understand, and communicate further. So this is what the Dharma Shastra and Dharma Sutra difference. So now coming to Smriti Karas, Smriti Karas, that means those who have written Smritis, they are called Smriti Karas. Like those who sing, they are called Vagye Karas. So like that, Smriti Karas. So we have basically 18 Smriti Karas. Manu, Yagnavalka, Sankhya Likita, they are taken as one, they are brothers, but they are taken as one. then Parashara, Atri, Vishnu, Daksha, Gautama, Apastamba, Vasishta, Vyasa, Yama, Devala, Samvarta, Harita, Satatpara, Ushna, Saunaka. So these I have taken from Yajnavalka Smriti, but in Garuda Puranam, they are also 18, they were told in Garuda Puranam. Yajnavalka, while added another two more, Angirasa, Katyayana, and Bruhaspati. Parashara had 20, he has added Kashyapa, Bhrugu, and Pracheta. But I was told in Nirnaya Sindhu, there are 131 Smritikaras, written various Smritis. But for today, I am trying to understand, or I will share my whatever I know to the august audience. And on 18 Smritikaras, what Smriti they have written, and what is there in that basically prima facie, and what are the differences between these Smritikaras. So, first, I am taking Manusmriti. Manusmriti, written by Manu. Manu is the what he has written. Dharma को लक्षण वेदः स्मृति सदाचार और अपनी आत्मा की प्रसन्नता है. This is what he has written in Sanskrit. Ved, Smriti, Sadachar, Swastacha, Priyamatmanam. Okay, so what he said then, Veda, Smriti, customs, and one's own pleasure, Prematmanam, are the characteristics of Dharma. This is what Manusmriti defined Dharma. Manu has defined in his Manusmriti as Dharma, Veda, Smriti, customs, and one's own pleasure are the characteristics of Dharma. Smriti, we know, is a there are Manu, there are four Manus are there. Every yuga, I mean, the Manu will be there. So this is Kali Yuge, Vaivasthuta Manvantare. That is what we the Vaivasthuta Manvantare we are going. Like that now 27 Manus have gone. So Manus are Swayambhu Manu, Vriddha Manu, Pracheta Manu, are called like that. Manu is our first man in Rigveda, as per Rigveda, where he is pronounced as father of Manu, ancestor of human race, first lawgiver, and it was told Manu, by looking at fish, he built a boat at that point of time. So, see, Manu is our first Raja, or first king, or the first man, or human being, and he established certain practices, rules, procedures, code of conduct for our living as Dharma, Shastra, or Manu Smriti. So, Manu said, Durlabho hi suchir naraha. Rare is the man, pure or sinless. So, that means every man has some sins or some impurity. So, while doing Dharma, you will try to limit your impurity. And that is why, because they are impure, they are prone to interfere with the rights of others, violate morals and manuals. So that is why the rich always exploits the poor. That is otherwise called as also Matsyanaya. Big fish eats the small fish. So this is Matsyanaya was found in Manusmriti. Manusmriti comprises of 12 chapters, 2694 verses on creation of universe, definition, source of dharma, rules of cultivation, food, forest, Rajadharma, rules of conduct for all the citizens. So this contains the Manusmriti. And in Manusmriti 2.6, Manu has defined the character, Sila. Sila is character. Sila is what? Sila is freedom from hatred and attachment. So Raga Dvesha Parityaga is nothing but Sila, character, and standing for the virtues. What are the virtues? As we said, Brahmana should have sattvic behavior, and Kshatriya should have rajasic behavior. So these are the some sort of virtues one should have, and so by having your character, you will maintain these virtuousness, and your behavior, devotion to gods and Pitrudevatas, and gentleness, kindness, freedom from jealousy, sympathy, absence of cruelty, friendliness, agreeable speech, gratefulness, being prepared to grant shelter, mercy, calmness. These are the main characteristics of a Sila or the Sila. What character signifies is all these um, uh, indications. Okay, that is why for enforcing social order, Manu is the first person who introduced Dandaniti, Samadana Bheda, Dandopayas required. That is what Manu thought at that point of itself. And he advocated five tenets of Samanya Dharma. They are, that is, we know Samanya Dharma we discussed: Satyam, truth; Asteyam, not stealing or copying; Saucha, purity, cleanliness; Nigraha, control of mind and senses. With control of mind and senses, you overcome Kama, Krodha, all those things, and focusing on our attitude, work, karma, as well as relationship with others. Then we come to Yajnavalkya Smriti. This is followed in Treta Yuga. So first we have finished the Manusmriti, then Yajnavalkya Smriti. So Yajnavalkya Smriti talks of, it has taken from basically four Vedas, six Vedangas, Puranas, Nyaya, Mimamsa, and other Sastras, ethical conduct of virtuous behavior, and he made too many laws. And he says Dhamma, Ahimsa, Atma, Dharma. So these are the main factors. That is what Yajnavalkya felt during Treta Yuga. So why there is difference? Because it is different because of Yuga change. Because Yuga change, the requirements of human being, the living pattern of human being changed. So naturally, from Manu, Yajnavalkya made some amendments to the rules made by the Manu. So it is dated so and so and Gupta period. This is I have taken from the Wikipedia. I may be correct. Please correct me if I am wrong. And then consists of 1010 verses. Deals with Achara Kanda. Achara means customs. 368 slokas. And then Vyavahara Kanda. Vyavahara means how do we conduct our business, the judicial process. And then 307 Prayaschitta Kanda, that is about crime, punishment, penance, and all those things. 335. So that is why what I said was this Yajnavalkya Smriti is more liberal and humane compared to Manusmriti. And Yajnavalkya Smriti also brought with human rights, Sudra rights, rights to hold property, creation of valid documents, loan agreements, partnership, and business ventures. So these factors are put into force in Yajnavalkya Smriti during Treta Yuga. In between, Maharshi Narada has also written one Smriti called Narada Smriti. This Narada Smriti is, he doesn't bound by the views of either Manu or Yajnavalkya. He has his own ideas, his own way of framing the rules, following the rules. So he first person to frame a law on forensic sciences. On forensic sciences, he framed the law and pleading, evidences, oral and documentary, and principle of judicial procedure, judicial assembly to be adopted by court. All these things he brought. Then inheritance. Narada said, younger son is karta of HUF, not elder son. So, and then if father, in case of partition, father will be given 2 shares. After death of father, mother gets equal share with son and daughter as her share as younger son. So she gets equal share of younger son, equivalent to younger son. So this is inheritance rights. Narada has advocated. Then marriage. He said he fixed the marriageable age at 16 or majority. Attaining the majority is 16, he said. Widows and wives, as well as whose husband is absconding, can remarry. This is what Narada has said. Maybe that is why remarrying process was there at that point of time, even in Puranas and Itihas also. Then came Sankha Likita Smriti. So as I said, Sankha Likita both are brothers. They are sons of say Sandilya, and it was followed in Dwapara Yuga. Social conduct, rituals, and governance, and importance of forgiveness, truthfulness, forbearance, and purity. 18 chapters, 350 verses, and it talks of kartavya karma and 4 varnas and ashramas. So, and similarly, the duties of Brahmins, Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras, along with the rules maintaining the celibacy and the stages of life, including Grihastha, Vanaprastha, Sannyasa, renunciation, or their dharmas are also, including meditation procedures, also prescribed thereon in Sankha Likita Smriti. So, likewise, rites and ceremonies related to conception, pregnancy, birth, all those things have been minuted there. And Yagnopavita Samskar, Achamanam method, Angasparsh, Gayatri Japam, Nitya Naimitic karmas, all these things are also dealt with in this Sankha Likita Smriti. Maybe that is why perhaps the Lord Krishna and Arjuna, all these people used to do the Sandhya Vandanam and then start the daily routine. At that time, the procedure would have been prescribed. Okay. Then comes the Parashara. The Parashara is the father of Vyasa Maharshi, and it is in Kali Yuga, it is dealt with. So basically, Parashara, what he did, he recorded the conversations between his son Vyasa and other sages, while Vyasa is trying to deliberate upon, trying to disseminate various rules and code of conduct, then those Parashara has minuted and they form the Parashara Smriti, and comprises of ideologies of human life capable of improving the common people of Kali Yuga, such as marriage, inheritance, social hierarchy, and all those things. Then came Atri Smriti. Atri Maharshi is one of Sapta Rishis, we know, and he deals with religious law, dharma, and social order, duties, rituals, social structure, moral conduct, guidelines for conducting a living or righteous life. Okay. Then came Vishnu Smriti. Lord Vishnu himself wrote the Vishnu Smriti. That is what it is told. When he uttered this Vishnu Smriti, is that there is a story that when he lifted the Prithvi, when the Prithvi was taken underwaters of the sea, then he protected the Prithvi from the underwaters and brought it up. Then Prithvi Mata, Bhudevi, asked the Vishnu, Swami, now you rescued me, but who will continue to support me in future? Who will continue to support me in future? Then Vishnu assured, look, Prithvi, there are good people who take delight in the conduct of social classes. That means they cherish doing the good work. They cherish the social order. They cherish the dharma and the orders of life, living orderly life, righteous life. Those people will support. And those people who devoted to Dharma Shastras, they will support you, Prithvi. That is what Vishnu said. And then this Vishnu Smriti came into. So he discussed with about traditions, customs, monarchy, criminal law, civil law, penances, and also Bhakti Pad. So Vishnu Smriti more talks about the Vaishnava Puja Vidhanam and doing the penance of Lord Vishnu, all those things. So Vishnu Smriti, but relies on Manu Smriti and Yagnavalka Smriti. Basically, Vishnu Smriti, maybe Yagnavalka and Manu would have taken from Vishnu Smriti or vice versa. Then Daksha Smriti. So Daksha Prajapati we know, and Daksha Prajapati Brahma is son of Brahma, he is the first Prajapati, and he has a lot of children. We are all his ancestors. He emphasizes the importance of fulfilling one's duty with action, wealth, and happiness of a human being. So he thought that wealth follows effort, action follows wealth,
గురుగారు
duty follows. చెప్పండమ్మా.
ఒక చిన్న డౌట్ ఉంది, అడగచ్చండి ఇప్పుడు?
అంటే తర్వాత క్వశ్చన్ అండ్ ఆన్సర్ సెషన్ ఉంది కదా,
అలాగేనండి.
అప్పుడు
సరే
అడిగితే బాగుంటుందేమో.
అలాగేనండి.
ఎందుకంటే ఫ్లో డిస్టర్బ్ అవుతుందని ఆలోచిస్తున్నా అంతకంటే. ఓకే, సో follows action and happiness ensures from fulfilling one's duty. సో హ్యాపీనెస్ ఎప్పుడు వస్తుంది మనకు? సంతృప్తి అన్నది when we perform our duty, our karma as per dharma. Then came Gautama Smriti. Gautama Smriti is mostly based on cultural values and ethics, and it related to rituals, purity, and related to death rituals also, post Shraddha or the Shraddha Vidhi, and how to conduct all those things. And also Gautama Smriti talked about the social interactions and interpersonal relationships. Then Apasthamba Smriti. Apasthambudu, we know, he is our guru for almost all Brahmins, most of the Brahmins, those who follow Rigveda and Yajurveda. We say even in Sanjavandana also that Chatusagara Paryantam Go Brahmanebhya Svam Bhavatu. Our Gotram we will say Trayarusheya Krishna Yajusaka Dhyayan Apastamba Sutra. So that means we follow the Apastamba Sutras. So Apastamba was the student of Budhayana, and with his student Hiranyakesi, he has established the Apastamba tradition, deals with legal and religious knowledge, deals with students at school, students Vidyardhi, Jnanardhi, and about his dress, cleanliness, where should he stay, code of conduct, food, social classes, general rules, and post-school studies, teacher and teacher's relationship, teacher's family, and then responsibility of teachers, Vedic studies, how to teach, purification process, self-knowledge, graduation ceremonies, all these things Apastamba Rishi has dealt with. Okay, and also he wrote about duties of king, government, taxes, tax collection, judiciary, crime and punishment, all those things he also made a mention in his Apastamba Smriti. Next, Vyasa. Vyasa, we said, as said, is son of Parashara. He also, but Vyasa is basically compiler. Vyasa by name it is indicate that compiling, arrangement, separation, division, splitting. So this is what Vyasa did basically. Even he split Kauravas, 100 he made. So like that, Vedas he split. He split all Vedas, all the Shruti into 4 Vedas. And my first photo opening slide was that Lord Ganesha is writing and Vyasa is telling. So that is my favorite slide, so that's why I put. So Vyasa is author for 18 Puranas, Brahma Sutras, and Vyasa has son Sukha, and Sukha is a repetitor, like what the parrot says, Chilaka Palukullaga, he repeated. Sukha repeated all what Vyasa said. So Vyasa Smriti deals with various aspects of social customs, religious duties, legal principles, and guidelines for righteous living or virtuous living. Okay, then Vasishta Smriti. So Vasishta is again, Vasishta Maharshi is one of the Saptarishi, and it deals with again ethical, legal, moral, social principles that guide human behavior principles. And then he emphasizes on, he emphasized basically that means is important as end. Not only end, means is also important. So means to an end. If there are no means, no end. So that is what he tried to deliberate in his Smriti. Then Yama Smriti. Yama also wrote his Smriti called Yama Smriti, Yamadharma Raja. It is about, we know, he is the god of death. He wrote about the Dandana Prakriya and what type of punishments he give. And when one reach the Yamaloka, all those things, what is the classification, bifurcation of Papa Punyas, all these things, Yama Smriti, it is there. I think in Garuda Purana, it talked about that. So all those things we hear, Kumbhi, Paka, Narakam, all those things and all. So I'm not going into much detail into that. And then Devala Smriti. Devala is also one of the great rishis. He wrote more elaborate on religious law and jurisprudence. And he or also, if somebody is converted, maybe he came at the time of Jainism and Buddhism, I don't know. But Devala Maharshi, he wrote how to bring back the forcibly converted people. If a Brahmana has become Sudra, how to be brought back? Or if Brahmana has become something else, how should be brought? What is the purification process that is required? And guidelines for rehabilitating women who were captured in raids. At that time, we have Hunulu, all those things. So, when ladies were captured by Huna Jati, then how they should be brought back? And if they had some children because of that, then how they have to be treated upon? Then Samavarta Smriti. Samavarta, he dealt with mostly about celibacy, that is brahmacharya, and chastity, that is about pavitrata or sanctity, and penance for sins and immortality, and then daughters' marriages, how to perform, and then um, uh, how to achieve various spiritual life perfections. And then Harita, Harsa Maharshi, we have the Harita Sagotram. So Harita Maharshi, Acharya Harita is Atreya Maharshi is the disciple, and Harita Acharya is also known for his Ayurveda knowledge. So, and he focused on worship of Vishnu in his Pancharatra form. I don't know. I'm not aware of this Pancharatra, so I cannot talk about much on this. So this Pancharatra, maybe Vaishnavites might be knowing about this. So Pancharatra tradition, he tried to propagate and follow in his Smriti, and he wrote about the temple building, iconography. Iconography means what? Images. Like, swastik is good for auspiciousness. Like propagating the images and reflection of the images meaning, and the following the images as for auspicious or bad things and all those things. And then he also talked about the ritual offerings in the form of prayashchittas, that is offering blood or cutting the animals, all those things. Those rituals also he mentioned in his Smriti. Then Satapatha Smriti, so it's again Vaishnava Agama scriptures classified as the Tamasa type of quality. So it is again, it is also under Pancharatra Agamas. So, but he believed that if karma is done as specified in one's Griha Sutras, it is doomed complete. It is deemed to be complete. If you have done karma properly, as per what is prescribed, as per your tradition, as per your Apastamba Sutras or whatever sutras you follow, it is complete. That's all. So, and he also dealt with architecture, town planning, iconography, and all those things. Then Usna Smriti. This Usna Smriti, Usna is the disciple or the teacher along with Venus, Sukracharya, to Rakshasas, to Asuras. So he's teacher for Asura Ganas. That is why he propagated in his Smriti Sukracharya systems of moral, law, and social conduct. It deals with governance through implementing Rakshasa Niti. Ante kadandi. Sukra Niti is nothing but Rakshasa Niti. So we know what Rakshasa Niti is, how Rakshasas behave, and what is their behavior, what are their personality traits, how do they try to overpower the Devatas with all evil deeds, bad deeds, all those things. So, and then Saunaka Smriti, Sukha Saunaka. So Saunaka Smriti is he he wrote on jurisprudence and religious practices, and he emphasized the concept of dharma as the guiding principle of life. So, in summary, what I try to understand today is that all Smritikaras, they dwelt upon ethics, morals, social conduct, customs, religious duties, and living righteous life as part of dharma. So almost all, see, whatever Smriti is written, that Smriti is pertaining to that particular yuga, that particular period, and that particular way of living, and that particular availability of resources. Okay, so then Manu, Yagnavalka, Shankha, Likita, Parashara, they put in place code of conduct for 4 yugas, as I discussed. One for Satya Yuga, one for Treta Yuga, one for Dwapara Yuga. Like that, they put for all 4 yugas. So Manu, Yagnavalka, Shankhalikita, Parashara. And Narada was independent. He wrote forensic law, marriage in it, that we have discussed. Then Gautama, Apastamba, these both are contemporaries, and their views are the writings or notings or the Smritivakyas are similar. But Vyasa, Vasishtha, and Atri are contemporaries again. Vyasa, Vasishtha, Atri are contemporaries again, but they have different opinions basing on their own experiences, because Vyasa has different experience and Vasishtha, Atri has different. Vasishtha had a problem with Viswamitra, Rajarishi Viswamitra. Atri has another problem. So, and both, though they are contemporaries, basing on their experiences, their smritis were built upon. And as I said, Samavarta dealt with this celibacy and chastity. Devla mentioned about Yamadharmal. And then Sage Harita mentioned about rituals and sacrifices. Sage Ushna mentioned about Sukra or Rakshasmiti. So this is what I wanted to share with you. What I have heard or learned or read, I try to put before the forum. And thank you very much for all of you for kindly listening to me patiently. And if at all there are any discrepancies, please do excuse me. And now the forum is open for interaction and for further dialogue. Thank you, Kalal Garu, Babu Garu. Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity.
Okay, thank you so much. Now, if anybody wants to ask any questions, Padmavati Gari.
గురువు గారు నమస్కారం.
నమస్కారం అమ్మా.
దక్ష ప్రజాపతి గారి గురించి మీరు చక్కగా వివరించారండి. అందులో సన్ ఆఫ్ బ్రహ్మ అని చెప్పారు. పిల్లల పేర్లు ఫాదర్ ఆఫ్ మెనీ చిల్డ్రన్ కూడా చెప్పారు, రాసుకున్నాను. అందులో ఒకళ్ళిద్దరు పేర్లు చెప్తారా అండి? నాకంత జ్ఞానం లేదు దక్ష ప్రజాపతి గారి మీద. అంటే పాట తెలుసు, అంటే ఇదే పాట, అంతకు మించి తెలియదు. దక్ష ప్రజాపతి గారు, ఆయన పిల్లలు.
సప్త ఋషులను కూడా ఆయనే క్రియేట్ చేశారు అని చెప్పి. తర్వాత నెక్స్ట్ ఇప్పుడు ఈవెన్ there are some places in some Puranas it is mentioned Vishnu and Shiva created by Daksha Prajapati.
అలా కూడా ఉందండి, రాసుకుంటాను. ఓకే.
మనకు వీళ్ళు క్రిస్టియన్స్ చెప్పినట్టుగా ఆడమ్ అండ్ ఈవ్ అన్నట్టుగా మేబీ హీ ద ఫస్ట్ పర్సన్. దట్ ఈస్ వాట్ హౌ వీ కెన్ టేక్ ఇట్. బికాస్ శివ పురాణం ఒక రకంగా చెప్తాము, విష్ణు పురాణం ఒక రకంగా ఉంటుంది, శక్తి పురాణం ఒక రకంగా ఉంటుంది అమ్మవారిది. సో మనం ఆ పురాణాల్లో ఆ అధిష్టాన దేవతలకి మనం ఇంపార్టెన్స్ ఇస్తాము.
ధన్యవాదాలండి, చక్కగా వివరించారు.
నమస్కారం.
Okay. Anybody else wants to ask any question?
Anything somebody wants to add to what I have told, or something which you would like to enlighten the gathering? Welcome. ఇవాళ మన సార్ వచ్చినట్లేదు మహోదయ బాబు గారు.
He is
అన్నయ్య
not well.
అన్నయ్య
He is-
అచ్చా అన్నయ్య బాగలేదు. Okay.
Slightly is not well, so.
ఎక్కడ వచ్చారా? హైదరాబాద్ వచ్చారా?
లేదు. He is scheduled to come in May. I'm not sure whether he is coming.
Okay.
Sir, I want one clarification.
అమ్మా చెప్పండి.
Sir, actually, Purva Mimamsa starts with Adato Dharma Jignasa. So that also comes under Dharma Shastra only, is it not?
పూర్వ భాగ ఉత్తర భాగ, that is what you are talking.
Purva Mimamsa, I mean Mimamsa.
పూర్వ మీమాంస.
Jaimini Maharshi Mimamsa,
No,
commented by Shabara Maharshi and Prabhakar Kumarila Bhatt, etc.
Okay,
That
okay.
is also a Dharma Shastra, basically, fundamental text.
అంటే యాక్చువల్ గా ఏంటంటే సార్, మనము ఈ స్మృతి కింద డివైడ్ చేసాం. ఏమి మెయిన్ ధర్మశాస్త్రాలు, ఏమి పురాణాలు, ఏమి ఇతిహాసాలు, ఏమి దర్శనాలు, ఏమి ఉపవేదాంగాలు, ఏమి వేదాంగాలు. సో ఇప్పుడు మీరు ఏదైతే ఈ మీమాంస చెప్పారా అది దర్శనాలలో వస్తుంది. అంటే
Darshanam, but it starts with Adato Dharma Jignasa. Everything is what the Vedas only. Ultimately,
అంటే
Vedas is the foundation of Dharma.
యా మనము
And from Vedas only, the
Yes,
Darshanas
yes.
has come. From
Yes.
Darshanas only,
Yes.
Sutra Vangmaya has come. So
Yes.
fundamentally, after
Yes.
Vedas, next priority is Darshanas only. And next Darshana, all the Smrithis, Sutra literature has come up.
ఓకే. అంటే ఇప్పుడు మీమాంస దర్శనాలను కూడా ఎవరో ఒకరు శాస్త్రబద్ధం చేసి ఉంటారు కదా. సో అది ధర్మశాస్త్రం కిందనే వస్తుంది, కాదంటలేదు.
Jaimini Maharshi has written.
సో వాట్ ఎవర్ ఇట్ ఈస్, జెమిని రాసి ఉండొచ్చు. సో ఏదేమైనప్పటికీ ఇప్పుడు ఇది మనము ఒక స్మృతిలో ఎట్లా అంటే స్మృతి తీసుకున్నప్పుడు విడిగా మనము స్మృతి మాత్రం వేదాలకి శృతిగా చెప్పబడింది. స్మృతి తర్వాత వాట్ ఎవర్ ఈజ్ మినిటెడ్ అపాన్, or whatever it is remembered upon, whatever has flown down in the hierarchy of rishis. అంటే ఇప్పుడు నారదుడి నుంచి పరాశరికి, పరాశరి నుంచి వ్యాసుకి, వ్యాసుడి నుంచి అంబరీషుడికి, అట్లా ఎట్లయితే కిందకి ఫ్లో అయిందో అది బై ప్రాక్టీస్ వల్ల వేయటం కావచ్చు, సాధన వల్ల కావచ్చు, తర్వాత దాన్ని శ్రవణం వల్ల కావచ్చు, శ్రవణం మననం, ఈ వీటి వల్ల మనకి ఈ వేదాలు కానీ, వేదాంగాలు కానీ, ధర్మశాస్త్రాలు కానీ ఇవన్నీ కిందకు వచ్చినప్పుడు అప్పుడు ఒక స్టేజ్ లో ఇవి మనం వాట్ ఎవర్ ఏం గుర్తుపెట్టుకున్నామో అవన్నీ మినిట్ చేయడం జరిగింది, ఆర్ బుక్ ఫామ్ లోకి, ఆర్ లిఖిత రూపంలోకి రావడం జరిగింది. సో అది ధర్మశాస్త్రము కావచ్చు, దర్శనాలు కావచ్చు, ఇతిహాసాలు కావచ్చు. అంటే దర్శనం నేను ధర్మశాస్త్రం కాదు అని అంటలేదు. అది.
Thank you, sir.
ఓకే సార్, రైట్.
Okay. Any other opinion? Mukherjee ji. అంటే ఈ రోజు నేను యాక్చువల్ గా వాట్ ఐ థాట్ వాజ్ ఐ విల్ లిమిట్ మై డిస్కషన్ విత్ స్మృతిస్. అంటే ఈ ధర్మశాస్త్రం గురించి బ్రాడ్ గా కాకుండా, ఇప్పుడు స్మృతి అంటాము, యజ్ఞవల్క స్మృతిలో ఏముంది, ఆచార వ్యవహారాలు కానీ, పద్ధతులు కానీ, ట్రెడిషన్స్, కస్టమ్స్, రిలీజియస్ మ్యాటర్స్, అండ్ దెన్ హౌ గవర్నెన్స్ ఈజ్ వెరీ ఇంపార్టెంట్ ఫర్ రాజా. Governance is and Raja is the
first person of the society. As president is the first citizen of the country, as if the president is the first citizen of country, Raja is the first person. So he has to rule, governor, and then he has to maintain the resources, and he has to put people in order, society in place. So for all these things, these Smrithis were basically in the form of laws have been brought. ఇప్పుడు దర్శనాల్లో కూడా న్యాయశాస్త్రం ఉంది. So that jurisprudence is also there. That jurisprudence is again derivation from the various Smrithis. ఆంజనేయులు గారు మాట్లాడతారా?
సరే పీపీటీ ఏమైనా షేర్ చేయగలరా?
పంపిస్తానండి, గ్రూప్ లో మన కల్నల్ గారికి పంపిస్తాను, బాబు గారికి, వారు
ఓకేనండి.
మీకు సర్క్యులేట్ చేస్తారండి.
ఓకే సార్, థ్యాంక్ యూ అండి.
థ్యాంక్ యూ వెరీ మచ్.
Okay,
ఓకే సార్,
there
థ్యాంక్ యూ.
are no other questions. We'll go for Janaganmana.
ఎస్ సార్.
Okay, let's go for Janaganmana and then close the session.
వింధ్య హిమాచల యమునా గంగా ఉత్కల జలధి తరంగా తవ
तव शुभ आदित्यमाहे
जय
तव जय गाथा
जन
మంగళదాయక జయ హే భారత భాగ్య విధాత.
जय 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 जय
జై హింద్.